And to me, that's important because to me, it's closure. It's saying, hey, you tried to fuck me up, well, fuck you, here I am. I'm gonna do the best I can. And it's, hey, this started in love, and it's gonna end in love.
So I tried to go home just now so I can get ready for the City Lights Forum, and there were cops surrounding my house or the block, and fire trucks and like the whole entire block was covered in officers, and all these people were standing outside, and apparently the guy across from my house is involved in some sort of hostage situation. So we're not allowed to go in our homes. I'm not allowed to go in my house. And I'm like, I need to get my laptop. I have to get like stuff for this show. And they're like, can't let you do that. You can park and go over there with these other people, or you can come back later. And I was like, shit, now there's an ambulance going by. Like, that's the second ambulance I've seen. I don't know if he shot somebody or what, but like, when I pulled up to my driveway, there was a guy on my neighbor's car with a fucking assault rifle pointing at the guy across the street. So I'm like, oh my goodness. My notebook or some promotional stuff, like, I guess I'm gonna have to go up here to the CVS and park in downtown and buy some tape and buy a notebook and buy some pens so I can give people stuff to write on and write with, and like, just, this is so bizarre to me.
And if it is the last show, if it completely bombs, if it's completely just fucked up, then that's fine. We did the best we could, and it lasted and did what it needed to do, and I can be done. That's fine.
Also, I went to FedEx today. Actually, I'm sorry, it was UPS. I went to UPS and printed out the forum documents that we need for people to sign, and I went ahead and printed some flyers for the ball. I made a poster and got a frame, so it's like, cool, we have some promotional materials. I hope this fucking goes well.
I don't have to be a show person forever. I've put my time in, trust me. I've spun poi and done whips and circus and shows for a long time. I'm hoping that tomorrow uh, we get a lot of volunteers for the city lights. Um, and because I'm starting to develop a vision of where I'd like this to go. It might not get there. It might not go that way. These ideas might change. But I'm starting to develop an idea, and that idea might be I get a warehouse that helps store all these props for the market, for the masquerade, for the masquerade, for the play, and all the future events that we might have from people that want to collaborate with us. Because I want to build an actual collaborative where people like tell me their ideas and I help them make those ideas. And that way it's not just me, but it's the City Lights collab, right? So it's 8 o'clock, and I'm already leaving the open forum because not a lot of people showed up. We had a few people come in, a few people asked me about it. I talked to them about what I was doing, what we were trying to do. Overall, it's kind of a bust. So I'm gonna go back home, and if I can, if the police are gone and I'm allowed to actually get into my house, then I'll do that. And I guess I'll change clothes, and if nothing else, I'll go and blanket downtown with some flyers before driving Lyft all night, because I need to make another $2,000 almost this month. Alright, so now I'm walking around downtown and handing out flyers.
Okay, so I dropped off all 40 flyers, and it only took me up one side of Main Street, from the base of Main all the way to the top of North Main on the left side. So I probably need another 40 for the right side, and there are a few places that I couldn't get that I think I should. And really, I want to do Easley and Greer and Travelers Rest as well. But sometimes it feels like I'm so comfortable at home, you know, in my like solace, you know, like I'm so comfortable in my place. And I feel like it's just like I have so many things that I've always wanted, you know, like I've got the 2 couches, I've got. Oh boy! I got body parts in a box today. Now I'll have someone to give me a hand around the house. Picked up a woman and took her to pick up her kid at school, and then she sat there for 10 minutes while I was waiting on them to like talk about something, some sort of thing with some paper. And then she got in the car and then proceeded to talk really loudly right behind me, to the back of my head basically, which triggers me because of lots of reasons. But then I could handle all that. Like,
Because torch is half more useless than just smoke metal. I think I've showed you this.
are those lengths you've cut? Shouldn't we like try it? Hold on. Yeah.
Well, I mean, if we hold it, we're going to stop by your house, I assume, first.
Yeah.
Okay.
We'll just hold on to the top.
Yep, that's what GPS to your house.
Hold on.
Do you know how to get to your house from here?
Okay. This is fucking stupid.
You know what? But we're doing it.
Yeah.
So,
I'll have to drive real slow.
girl, I got it. I'm not letting this fucker fly the fuck off. Oh, maybe. I don't know about that. The fuck? Right when I said that, it was.
This is bad.
This is not good. Well, we'll get there when we get there.
This is so bad.
Horrible.
Horrible. Yeah. We live on the other side of downtown.
Oh. I'm feeling if we just let it go, just let it off. Just let off here.
Oh, it's gonna.
No, it's
yeah,
gonna break.
It's gonna break.
Fuck me.
We'd be doing all right. You know what I'm saying?
If we brought a blanket
Oh,
and
yeah.
like covered it with a blanket, or some type of tarp,
Yeah.
we could just tie it down and it'll be all right. But just
That's
this,
clever. That's clever. You're so. Why didn't you involve yourself in the planning process of this? Oh.
Right.
Oh, and it's back into the fray. House is filling up rather quickly with props and things.
I will not lie, I'm frustrated. One of my collaborators has told me that they don't have time. This frustrates me because I never feel like I have time. We all have struggles, and I understand that their concerns are valid. I can ask for nothing more. But it is hard to hear because I desperately need help. These wings and drilling some pipe, which sounds bad, but it isn't. I guess I'm going to rewrite the schedule today, try to confirm our last performer, and I guess I'll try to drive some lift. Could spark new interest in what we do. But if it doesn't, this could be the last show. But if it is, then what a way to go. You know, what a way to go out. Because there's so much going into this. There's so much love and time spent going into this. And, you know, by these performers and by the, like, people like Ian and myself and Maggie and Janet, and there's just so much going into all of this. That what a way to go out, you know? Even if the show is a complete clusterfuck, it'll be a beautiful expression of art and love. For inspiration, though, I found myself eerily drawn to the 20s and like 30s and 40s lately. I don't know why. Like this thing behind me, it's 1913 here, and it's like cars and women in hats, and you know, the theater, it says, and just all that old, like, sort of vaudeville aesthetic, and just, well, maybe not vaudeville, but yeah, just wonderful, you know. And I got sick a few weeks ago, and I just started watching all these old World War II documentaries for some reason, and I just got, you know, how OCD and ADD just kind of make you like hyper focus on certain things for a little while, and I got lost in pretty much every war documentary and every movie about World War II that I could find. I don't know why. I just did. So I watched all the Indiana Jones and Saving Private Ryan and um, Fury and Inglorious Bastards and a lot more. And then every documentary I could find on Netflix and other places, and just I don't know why, but I just get really into it, and it's fascinating. And it does kind of remind me of Papa, my great grandfather, who died 5 years ago this month, which was, you know, it's I can't believe it's been 5 years, and I do miss them all the time. More actually as time goes on. Um, I think, you know, it didn't hit me at first, you know, but I catch myself wanting to tell them things all the time. Um, and I wonder what they'd make of the way things are now. But Papa was in World War II as a Marine, um, but he worked on airplanes for the Air Force, and I believe he was on a ship for some time. Um, and afterwards, he worked for Sears repairing TVs and other technology. Uh, so he always watched old World War, World War documentaries, and I grew up watching that with him and hearing his stories. And I really wish that I had asked more questions. You know, I really wish that I had known what questions to ask, but I was so young and shoved up my own ass that I didn't know what to say. I didn't know what to ask, you know. But there's a certain romanticism to that era, or at least we tend to view it that way. You know, we tend to view that whole golden age in a very like romanticized way, and I wasn't there, so I don't know what it was like, but I'm sure it wasn't quite the way we depict it, and I'm sure it was just like every other shitty day. But I love the style. I love the music. I love swing. I love, you know, I love Art Deco and all of that, and I think the war, you know, really shaped everything after it. You know, like there are so many things in place now because of World War II, and it's sort of encapsulated, right? Like the fight between good and evil, freedom to be who you are, and you know, an expression against tyranny and dictatorship and racism and all these horrible things, and it was all summed up in this stupid little man with a mustache. And it's like the people going up against that evil developed, you know, like that attitude of can do and something from nothing, and like all of this gumption, right? You know, and even the words they would use, you know, like you know, just like gumption, you know. They had such a in the transatlantic accent and all of that. It's just so wonderful to me, and maybe it's because it's alien, but I love it. I love it.
packages are delivered. Let's try the small first.
I got holiday.
Cinema songs on Amazon Music.
Don't want to. I misunderstood this track my whole life. All little chicks when the crimson lips say Cleveland rocks, singing set on a safety pin, Cleveland rocks. All little chicks with crimson lips say Cleveland rocks, singing set with safety pin, Cleveland rocks. No little chicks with crimson lips say. Yeah, not do that. Uh,